Hello everyone, I'm Dad, this is
Kyle.
We're kind of new to this whole YouTube thing, but we figured we're gonna get our feet wet and see how it goes. We both like to mini golf a lot, and thought this would be fun to kind of
Experiment with.
Yeah, and try our own version of vlogging the whole mini golf foray. There are tons of mini golf courses where we live. We live near Orlando, Florida, so we're near all the theme parks, and there's just tons of mini golf courses here. We've played mini golf all over though. We've lived in New York, we've lived in Atlanta, and even when we travel out of here, we tend to find places to go mini golfing. So, but we've never really reviewed what we thought of these courses and, you know, captured some of the
Holes.
yeah. So, you know, we figured today we're going to go to Pirates Cove Adventure. It's listed as being in Lake Buena Vista, Florida, which is also the address of Walt Disney World. What's kind of cool and not cool about this one is it's going to be closing soon. We don't actually, I don't think there's an official date yet. We would have to look that up, but it's going to be clousing soon because it's located in what's called the Crossroads, which is just outside of the eastern side of Walt Disney World, at the end of Buena Vista Drive. And the whole area that it's in, called the Crossroads, which is like a shopping plaza, has been bought out in an eminent domain case by the state because they're going, it's all part of the I-4 Ultimate Project, which is supposed to alleviate traffic, which I don't think it will ever do. But besides the point, yeah, we're going to go to Pirates Cove today and play the course before it officially closes and kind of give it our, you know, review. How did we like it? Were there any holes really cool, or is the course in bad shape? You know, that kind of stuff. And
should be cool.
Yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoy. We're going to turn off the video here. We'll join you back when we get there, and I don't know, yeah, we'll just kind of, I don't think we're going to film too much out on the course, but if we see cool stuff and, you know.
More interesting things.
Yeah, we're getting our feet wet. We're not really sure. This is kind of a
new thing.
Yeah, it's a new thing, you know. We might evolve, we might get better at this, we might get worse at this. I don't know, we'll find out, but, you know, thanks for joining us, and hopefully you enjoy seeing some of Pirates Cove Adventure in Lake Buena Vista, Florida. Hey guys, just checking back in. So we played 2 of the holes here at Pirates Cove Adventure. We spoke to the guy at the front. I guess they're going to be closing mid-August, so it's May 3rd right now, 2021, so they've only got a couple months left. We did notice something cool. They have these little boards, and we'll put some pictures up throughout the video. Like, they kind of give you some information of like stuff about the history of pirates. So just thought we'd kind of check in, let you guys know that, and we'll see you a little bit later. Hello everyone, just checking in. We're on hole 8. As you can see behind us, that's I-4 right there. So you can kind of see why this land became valuable to the state, and the fact they want to expand I-4 and have an exit run through here. But great view of some of the Disney Springs hotels, because we're like way up on top of a hill. This hole goes way down, so just thought we'd kind of give a quick update. We're about halfway through the Captain Kidd course, and we'll check in with you guys later. Awesome.
That was like a straight throw. Hey guys, we just finished hole number 13, and they have this amazing walkway around it on the outside where you can go under a waterfall. And it's like walking right next to it.
So let's go take a look.
And here you can see O-shape. The backside of water. You walk by it, see a bit of decoration here. really nice.
Ooh, tail sound. Deep out.
And here you just have a disabled area where you build the court and the waterfall. And here we are back at the beginning of the hole.
Hello everyone, just checking in. We're halfway through Blackbeard's course. We thought it's funny because we're hole number 9 on Blackbeard's is totally
10. Actually, it's
10. My bad, sorry, 10. It's totally a hidden Mickey. I didn't even notice it at first, but Kyle definitely pointed that one out. So
yeah,
it's a tight game. Kyle's only down by 2 strokes, so
doing a lot better this course.
yeah, this is actually the hard course, but I don't know if I found it any harder necessarily.
It just seems less themed, you could say.
Less themed, okay, but not harder. All right, well, we'll check in with you guys later. Just so you guys can have an idea of the level of play we're at here. Here's Kyle playing on the 13th on Blackbeard's.
And that's rough.
He bounced off a couple rocks and he landed in a rough spot.
Right next to
So here we are on 16 on Blackbeard's, blah, blah. Kyle's gonna shoot. This is a really cool hole. It's got multi-steps and multi-holes. So we found that the first hole from my shot goes all the way down to the bottom green. Kyle's looks like it's gonna come out on this far green over here. There it comes. It's still gonna go all the way down. And then it's going to come all the way down onto this bottom green where Kyle's in the way. Oh, and he actually hit my ball next to, yeah, he might have actually had a hole-in-one. Awesome. Hey guys, so we just finished. We did both courses here at Pirates Cove and Lake Buena Vista. Like we said, this course is closing mid-August. There's not an official date, but we wanted to get it in before it's gone because one day this is not going to be a thing anymore. They actually have Pirates Cove locations all across the United States. I'm not sure if that's going to come in blurry or fuzzy, but you can also look them up online. I thought the theming was really good, and Kyle mentioned that as well.
Yeah, especially on the Captain Kidd course.
Yeah, so there were 2 courses. It was Captain Kidd's course, and then it was like Blackbeard's course. This was considered the easy course. Although, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, I didn't notice it being much harder. Some of the, like the par for the holes was higher on the second course, but I didn't think the holes themselves were anything like crazy harder. Like
just different obstacles, like ridges were more apparent there, and dips.
Now Kyle did mention on the course about the theming on the second course.
It wasn't as apparent, but it still was there. Like one of them had graves saying different things.
Yeah, we're gonna try our best at editing a video and add in pictures. We took pictures of all the holes. Some of the holes we kind of took a little video of because you couldn't see the whole hole. But I thought it was really cool. There were more caves on the first course.
Definitely more caves.
So maybe that added to the feeling that there was better theming on the first.
Right, because you have that. They had to design the caves, meaning.
But there were animatronics we saw on the second course inside one of the caves, which was cool. And I actually heard him on the first course, but he was easier to hear on the second. Like they have a pirate talking to you in some of the caves and was talking about your putting, and that was kind of funny and cool. Anything else?
There were multiple. Other than the one, there were other animatronics there.
What'd you think about like overall difficulty? Is this like a hard course to come to, like for your age group? Kyle's 12, for those of you that don't know.
I would say it's it's a medium difficulty for my age group.
And to just compare, like we haven't put the video up, but we did a course at Disney World called Fantasia Gardens, the fairway course, which is like their hard course, and those are very long holes. I consider that one of like the hardest mini golf courses I've ever played, just because the holes are so big. There's so not any flat spots. Like there were a lot of flat spots here. There were still some hard obstacles to get around, but yeah, I agree. This is probably like I would go somewhere like medium difficulty. Like if we were going to scale this, like 10 is the hardest and 0 is like just an easy flat course. I'd probably go in the 5 to 7 range somewhere, some of the holes.
Right.
But there was nothing like too crazy. Like one of the par 4s, there wasn't really a straight way to the hole, but Kyle somehow still managed to almost get a hole in one. So,
and a different par 4, I did get a hole in one.
Right, so like their harder holes weren't necessarily harder if you could get a nice lucky, it's mini golf, it's putt-putts. If you can get one of those bounces off here or there and get a lucky bounce, it was totally doable. We had, I had 2 hole-in-ones on the second course. Kyle had a hole-in-one on the first course. And when the gentleman asked when we were done if we had fun, and he asked if we had any hole-in-ones. And so ended up being the hole on the first course that Kyle got a hole-in-one was like the hole of the day. So he was given this cool coin. Basically, it was like, I don't know if I could get it to, yeah, I can't get it to focus on there. Like I said, we're newbies, but basically it's good for 1 free game. And he can get a free mini golf here. I don't know if it'll work at any course or if it's only here. We might have to
say it was any course.
Yeah, even though it does say Lake Buena Vista on it. I mean, that'd be cool because we're from upstate New York, where the I think it's listed on here. Yeah, the Lake George. Oh, and Queensbury has one now too. So
I think it was just saying where it was.
Yeah, 2 of the locations in upstate New York are really close to where we're from, Lake George and Queensbury. So I guess we could use the coin there next time we go visit to play those courses. But overall, no, I thought it was really cool. It's kind of sad that it's leaving because it is really well themed. It is loud at a couple points. You are, like, as you can see behind us, we're in the parking lot. That is I-4. Cars are going anywhere from 50 to 80 miles an hour all the time. So there were a couple holes where it was a little
closer to the edge.
Yeah, when you're right on the edge of the highway, you definitely hear that the whole time. And that reminds me of when we played the course in Georgia. We actually did one of these. It must be just the one that's called Atlanta. That's right on the side of I-85 as well. And that one you kind of notice and hear the cars as well. But overall, great course. We have so many other courses we're still going to play and do videos on. Courses we've already been to that we'll go back to, like Rumble Golf and with the volcano and that kind of stuff.
Oh, that one was fun.
Yeah, but overall, I thought this is a fun one. If you're going to be here in 2021 before mid-August, you want to play, like, we are staring at an empty parking lot at noon. Only like 2 other families have showed up while we're here, but it's fun. You get a deal to play both courses. Florida residents get a deal. You get some money off. So all in all, I thought it was a good course. I'm glad we got to try it, especially before it closed.
Right.
Any other closing words you want to add in? Anything we didn't think to talk about? The course was in good condition too. I don't think we really talked about that. The greens were like, all things considered, this course is closing in 3 months at tops. The greens were really good. We've seen some courses here in the Central Florida area. They're kind of run down. The spots of the greens are missing.
And I saw workers actively cleaning it as we were playing.
Right, they had a groundskeeper out there like blowing off the holes to make sure there's not stuff on there. Like,
the only thing we saw was one of the holes that you had to make it into was flooded with water.
So yeah, hole 17 on the second course, for some reason the hole was full of water, and there wasn't any necessarily waterfalls or anything around that hole, but for some reason that hole was just, and it didn't ruin the experience or anything. Your ball could still go in. But no, I thought they kept really good care of.
They did a great job keeping care of it.
Yeah, no holes on the greens. Like it was very well maintained. So yeah, that's our our first one. Hope to be many more. Like I said, we've played many golf courses all over the East Coast. This is our first foray into trying to do a video review of it. If you want to comment, you played here, any thoughts? Like, there's a couple of really cool holes here, and you know, thanks for stopping by, watching, and we hope you guys enjoyed it. Hello everyone, welcome back. So we've made it home. We're all changed. We want to finish up our review of Pirates Cove. So just a reminder, we went to the Pirates Cove in Lake Buena Vista, which is also at the Crossroads. We did play both courses. We played all 36 holes. And from what will probably be our first video when we finally get it posted, we're going to post Hawaiian Rumble first. And then, you know, basically off of everything we do there is our grading system. So if you haven't seen that video, go ahead back and check that out, where we kind of explain how we grade these courses. But for Pirates Cove, out of a possible 50 on my half, I gave them a 40.
I only gave them a 37 because a big thing that brought it down for me was the course condition. It was still well kept, like people were out there, but there were some holes that were in worse condition than others. Like one that had the whole hole filled with water.
Yeah. So by no means was Pirates Cove a bad course. I still thought it was great. It was unique. Like Kyle pointed out, the condition could have been a little better. I totally get it. They're closing in mid-August. Like, it's never going to exist soon. So putting money into something that's closing, I totally get that. So I think one of the putters I noticed when we were playing was like kind of deteriorating and falling apart on like part of the corner. So I get it. They're not going to replace putters at a golf course that's closing in 2 months. So with your 37 and my 40, they only scored a 77, so a solid C+. It was still fun. Enjoyability, I gave it a 9. Like, I thought it was still a lot of fun.
Right, it was difficult on some holes, which is why it wasn't as high as a 9, but
it was really hot out there. We were both sweating like crazy, so
but they did have good chances to escape from the sun and the caves. Right,
exactly. So, but the biggest detractor for me was the condition of the course. They only got a 7 out of 10 in that category for me. And then they lost a couple like here and there in uniqueness or in experience. The price was okay. It's like $11.95 for adults, which is a little bit under some of the other courses. They do a deal though. If you're a Florida resident, you show your ID, you can save $1. If you play both courses, you get a deal on the second game. So I thought it was affordable. It's expensive, but it's Central Florida. This is like
right next to Disney. So.
Yeah, exactly. Tourism capital. So anything else you want to say?
They did have it was really well themed. They literally had one of the caves with moving animatronics. Some of which talked, some were just breathing, and you could see it as they were sleeping.
Yeah, none of like the moving stuff was actually on the holes. I know I've seen it on other mini golf courses throughout my years, but we didn't, like, it was off the course here, which I get. It's less maintenance for the course itself. But I mean, I think that's still 77's a solid score. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if I'd want to go during the day. They do close early, and it could just be because they're closing soon. This golf course does close at 8 at night, though, so it's not one of those you can go do after the theme parks close. You're going to kind of have to have a different day, maybe the day you land or something else when you're going to want to go play. But they're open 7 days a week from 10 to 8.
And they are closing mid-August, so...
Yeah. Anything else, though?
No.
Yeah, so that's pretty much our review. Pirates Cove, it's a fun time if you can get there before mid-August 2021. It's fun. It's definitely at the end of its days, though, unfortunately. but we still had a fun time, and I highly recommend it to anyone in the area, especially if you're staying in like the Disney Springs Resorts area. It's an easy walk over there. You can walk in like 10-15 minutes and play mini golf. So thanks for stopping by, guys. We're going to try to get a video up every week of go play a different course every weekend, and we'll just keep plugging away, letting you guys know what we think, and let us know what you think. And we'll see you guys real soon. Hi guys, so this is Captain Kidd's course. As promised, we're going to show you pictures of all 18 holes. Yeah, I really thought the course was in good shape. Not a lot of negatives to say. Here's my wonderful camera work on a hole that spins around and has a bridge in the way. It was hard to see, but the last photo actually kind of showed like those steps that we had to go down after 4 were kind of deteriorating. So obviously some TLC needed, but as we've already harped on many times, it's probably just not going to happen because
it's closing mid-August.
Yeah, they're going to be tearing the course down soon. This was a hole, we didn't actually realize that there was a break in water there, and we both ended up in it, so that was kind of funny. This was Kyle's hole-in-one on Captain Kidd's course. So there were definitely opportunities to play well if you're like a hardcore mini golfer. Like, there were the opportunities to get some cool hole-in-ones. I think we both only had one though, so.
Right.
This one, I think we both got stuck in the tunnel underneath the water there.
I think it was just you. It was that one is where I got stuck multiple
here
times.
On the captain's course is hole number 18. And then this, of course, is hole 18 on Captain Kidd's course, which was another big hill going down. So if you like big hills and, kind of not your average normal holes. And then these are the 18 of Blackbeard's Challenge, which was the harder course, right?
They had the pars show it as a harder course.
Right, higher par, so they expected you to take more shots. I know coming up is one of those holes where I'm not sure what the obstacle used to be, but they decided to just replace it with a potted plant. So, yeah, it happens.
Probably was deteriorating and they didn't want to spend money to fix it since it's closing.
Right, it was still an obstacle. It still was challenging. Here's more of my great camera work. Hole number 9 on Blackbeard's recording, because some holes just you can't see the end. So we're trying to give you guys an idea of what all the holes absolutely look like. Was Kyle spotted? That was the hidden Mickey we talked about earlier. Like the last hole, obviously you had to go up a couple levels with the ball. So I do get why they gave it a harder par and rating. And obviously, I think some of these you can just kind of see there's more obstacles just genuinely in your way where you've got to pull off some trick shots. And I thought this was a cool hole. I wish I had taken a picture of the water in the hole there, but we'll learn as we get better. But, thanks for looking at all the holes, guys. And we'll see you soon.